He plays tennis for Great Britain. He's the two-time Olympic champion. He's a former world #1. Can you possibly guess who this might be, our special guest today? Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's lovely to see you all.
They've been on fire today. They've been tremendous. It's just like centre court today again.
What sort of things have you been learning today?
We've been learning how to hover and it's like...
Fantastic. That's very important for your footwork, isn't it? Have you all missed doing lots of physical exercise and things during lockdown? Yeah? What things have you been able to do?
I've been able to go to the park with my dad and just focus on some books and some fitness, so when I go back to training I'll be good.
Fantastic. So you've managed to keep it up. Well, well done you. Because it's really hard, isn't it? Not only being out there, being with your friends and things like that, but to keep that self-motivation going and things like that. So it's pretty impressive you kept that training going. Well done. And now it's Wimbledon week. And what's your favourite thing about Wimbledon?
My favourite thing about Wimbledon is the equality that they have for women and boys.
Exactly. They show great sportsmanship as well. I think tennis is brilliant for that, and particularly Wimbledon. Now, because you're such keen tennis fans, I've got a very important person here that's going to come and join us that would love to meet you guys, and they might be able to share some tennis tips as well with you. So I'll give you a few clues and see if you can guess who this special guest might be. So he is a he, and he plays tennis for Great Britain, and he's the two-time Olympic champion. He's a former world #1. Can you possibly guess who this might be, our special guest today? You are right. Sir Andy Murray is here to join us today.
Oh,
Hi Andy, how are you doing?
good, thanks. How are you?
Good, very well, thank you. We're just chatting about lockdown and everything. How have you found it?
I found the first 5 or 6 weeks okay. You know, it was fun being at home with family, and obviously normally doing quite a lot of traveling, so I got to spend loads of time with my kids. And then after probably 5 or 6 weeks, I started to find it probably a bit harder to find things to do, really, for the kids, like to stay sort of creative with you know, ideas and games for them to kind of enjoy. And then we're doing the homeschooling, which is difficult as well, but it was difficult, but at times really enjoyed it as well.
Fantastic. And have you managed to keep up with your training? We've just been chatting about lots of the kids here have been pretty active during lockdown.
Yeah, so I didn't play tennis for about 10 weeks, which was a long time, obviously, for me. But yeah, I managed to do lots of training, which was good. You know, I tried to stay in shape as much as I could. I did a lot of cycling. I was going out on my road bike, which I'd never done before, so that was something kind of new that I learned that I enjoyed during lockdown. But yeah, I stayed in reasonable shape. But yeah, quite important, I think, during these times to stay as active as you can, because it's good for the mind, I think, as well, for the mental health.
Yeah, absolutely. But there's lots of budding tennis players here at the Bond Primary School as well. So I'm sure, have you guys got any questions that you'd like to ask Andy?
Why did you pick tennis as a career?
Oh, why did I pick tennis as a career? Good question. It was one of the few things I was good at, really. I played it a lot with my brother when I was very young. So we started playing together when we were 4 or 5 years old. We were lucky because our mum was a tennis coach, so she was able to coach us from a young age, and me and my brother were we were quite good at it, and we played it a lot. We played lots of sports together, and yeah, it was just a really fun thing to do. I got to travel to lots of places when I was like 11, 12 years old, which I would never have had that opportunity if I hadn't sort of chosen to play tennis, I guess. So that was great. And then once I got to 14, 15, that was really when I had to decide if I was going to do that for my career. And I loved it. I was doing quite well, and I moved over to Spain, and yeah, the rest is history. But I did it because I enjoyed it and I had fun doing it. So I've been very lucky.
Do you remember how old you were when you saw your first?
Oh, when I played my first tennis match, I was very young. I would have been about 7 when I played my first tennis match. Yeah, I didn't really know the rules and how to keep score at that age. But me and my brother used to play a lot at our local tennis club, and we would play with sort of the older men and women at the clubs who would help us keep score. But we were able to play with them because we were quite good at that age. So yeah, I would have been about 7, so I was quite little. But yeah, certainly didn't remember how to keep the score. How was your lesson today with Dan?
Good answer.
Yeah? That's good. You enjoyed it?
Well, some of the things we talked about that Andy would share when he plays, some of those skills.
Okay. Fast feet.
We talked about perseverance, so that's something you've got a view on, Andy, for the young guys.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I mean, that's something that I guess during my career, I feel like I've come back from quite a lot of difficult sort of situations, especially recently with injuries and things. Yeah, and I just always sort of tried to, even when I was in maybe difficult situations or struggling physically or mentally, to, yeah, just always keep going forwards, you know, and yeah, I think it's always, yeah, important, like in those moments. I've been very fortunate to have, you know, a good family around me and friends to talk to and kind of help me through the difficult moments. But yeah, I mean, always, like, you're definitely going to have setbacks. Everybody does, and difficult moments in your life, but you need to try and, yeah, keep moving forward, keep working hard. And yeah, I've tried to do that during my career.
And Andy, have you got any tips for these guys going forward if they want to take up tennis a bit more professionally?
I mean, most important thing is to have fun. If you're enjoying doing it, you get more out of your lessons and your practicing. Listen to your coach is very important. And yeah, they would be the 2 most important things, I think, at your age, is that, yeah, just to don't, if you are like competing or playing any matches, like, try really hard in them, but winning and losing isn't the most important thing. It's sort of the, you know, enjoying, you know, playing a sport and being active is the most important thing. And yeah, if you do go on to choose it as your career or do sport as your career, obviously the winning and losing changes a bit, but whilst you're young, it's really important just to be out there and, yeah, enjoying it and listening and having a good coach like Dan.
Have you got some other favourite sports that you do enjoy? I know some of you like football, don't you?
Who's your favourite football team?
Chelsea.
Oh, big rivalries there, Chelsea and Tottenham.
I need to back up my husband. He's an Aston Villa fan. Have you been missing the competitive side to the game, and, you know, have you been missing matches and things like that, and being past Wimbledon obviously this week?
Yeah, I think missing the big competitions is sort of, yeah, like, because I'm getting old for a tennis player. You know, you never know how many opportunities you're going to have left to play in, like, the biggest competitions. So yeah, missing Wimbledon this week is obviously a shame, and I've missed the traveling. Like, that's one of the things that I've really enjoyed doing over my career, is going to see different parts of the world and different cities and stuff. So yeah, missed that. And also, yeah, missing seeing friends like everyone else, you know, and family. Like, I've not seen my mum and dad for a few months and stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing them again. Yeah, hopefully very soon. So yeah, there's been some challenges, and yeah, missed a few things, but I guess, yeah, sometimes when you go through difficult moments like this, you sort of learn to maybe appreciate the things that you maybe took for granted sometimes. So yeah, definitely make sure I spend more time with my family and friends when I get the opportunity to.
Exactly, exactly, and hopefully that time's relatively near as well. So yeah, I hope you get to meet up with everybody soon, and yeah, best of wishes to you and your family as well.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, very nice to see everybody. Thank you again for joining us.
Yeah.
I hope you
Bye.
bye. Enjoy your holidays.